middies than anything else.
That's just yeah. I feel you. I mean, yeah, we can nitpick well, like, what's your point?
Yeah, what
The
is your
point I'm
point?
making is
What's your
that
point, nigga?
again, when it
What's your
comes
point?
to assessing players, and I get you saying that you don't do this, but I think that in particular, especially the gap between 5, 6, and 7, there probably will be nitpicks. My argument is that like if my argument towards why you're not is that the value of who you are as a scorer, especially rim pressure and getting to the basket, isn't where it needs to be
Where
to
does it
put
need
you
to be
in
in order? Where does it need to be?
if we're
Whoa.
talking about other players who are getting to the free throw line and putting more rim pressure, such as like a Luca, then I think that like that right there would be in favoring a Luca. If I'm comparing you and Luca, I would undeniably say that he gets to the rim more often.
Oh
He
my
puts more
god.
pressure on the basket more
I
often.
got
Like those are
respect for
things that I
Low.
would undeniably say are true.
I got respect for Low.
So what's that? I mean, so like, what's his play style? What point are you trying to make? I don't get it.
The point I'm trying to make is that if I'm having a conversation with somebody and we're discussing the ability to score, the dynamic ability to score, just even offense in general, right? Again, if people want to just blankly stay about the scoring aspect, I'm fine with the idea of you scoring. But if I then bring up the lack of rim pressure in contrast to someone like Luca and why I would favor Luca, if their immediate response to that would be, I think potentially an embellishment of how often you get to the free throw line, and then I'm comparing you to Luca or I bring up to Luca,
Low's right.
then that's where like the disconnect happens because then
You're
even
comparing different
especially if I
play
bring up
styles,
somebody else
but
who
you
I
if
just
you're
believe
if
gets
you're
more
if you're
pressure
ranking a
to the
top
rim than
five,
you, especially
you
like a
have to
Luca or a
compare
Giannis,
all play
then they
styles.
pivot to
He's
another
right.
conversation that has nothing to do with what we were talking about it what besides accepting it. And so when you're saying that you think you got to the free throw line a lot in that series,
Low
I
cooked an
think two of
NBA
those
Hall of
games you
Famer.
did. I don't think that the remainder of the series you did though.
Well, I guess. So your point is that like you don't want to put me in the same conversation with Luca and the rest of the top five guys. That's what this whole spaces is about, right?
No, my point is that people
Yes,
who
it
have you
is.
where
Why did
they
he say
have you
no?
should be consistent from one
No, but
person.
Low, you don't think he's top five, so stop dancing around the
Yes,
question.
but that's not.
Just
But
say
that's
that,
not. But
bro.
that's. But that's
Just
not. That's not that.
I think you making shit way more complicated than it should be when we involve in the game. Like who talking? Yo, you're not good because of rim pressure.
100,
Like I didn't even
100
know y'all
emoji,
even
Who
got
said?
like
Who
you.
said? Who said that you weren't good though?
100
Who
No, I'm
said you
just
emoji,
weren't?
saying that's a talking point. Talking
a
game,
100
right?
emoji. Wait, hold
Oh
on.
well,
Why
I'm
didn't I
not.
just
I'm
do
not. I
this?
never said that you weren't good. That never
No,
came
no,
out
I'm
of my
just
mouth.
saying. I'm just using that as an example. Like we talking rim
Okay.
pressure
Well.
and
Well,
playoff
I
drills.
don't know.
Like when you and your friends
Hey,
talk, that's how y'all talk about
KD,
ball.
Bro, I can't make this
It's just like
bigger.
the way
KD,
ball being
how you
No,
feel
wait. I
how you
think. Boy,
how
stop,
you feel
stop,
about
stop.
building your team?
Oh fuck,
I
bro.
just think the
Jesus.
way ball being talked about nowadays, not just you, but just in general, I just be looking like it's just there's too many layers that people trying to use to justify why they have
He's
to
saying we
give the
I know we
opinion
can.
on
I
the
know y'all can
best
see. I
or
was trying to
why
make it
they
bigger.
view as the best or what they say is the holy grail of basketball. I just be thinking it's be a bunch of
Wait, so how
self-serving
you feel?
Yes,
bullshit.
I think getting rim pressure can definitely be a determination on the evaluation of someone, especially when your
Wow.
coach last season, Monty
Hey,
Williams, would go to
Low
the
is
podium
cooking
and
right now.
complain about how y'all weren't getting enough free throw attempts every other
It's not
game.
letting me zoom
Now
in,
you weren't
chat.
on that team for most of that time, but when Monty Williams used to complain about the lack of free throw attempts,
Wow.
yes,
Everybody,
there's some.
every coach should come up there and say that.
Click
No,
the
Everybody.
but
dots.
Monty used to do it routinely.
Shit.
And
The
I think
dots
that
ain't
and I
doing
think
nothing,
that did
champ.
hurt the Suns' offense last year. The lack of appearances at the free throw line, but it's hard to get free throw attempts if you're not attacking the basket. Would you not agree?
I don't think I just settle for threes though.
I didn't say you. You asked me the evaluation of rim pressure. There is a lot of value in that.
I just think when you break the 3 point line, not necessarily you don't always necessarily have to get to the rim, but I think you can create a lot if you just break the 3 point line. You
What?
know what I'm saying? Our game is played behind a 3 point line. I feel like
What the fuck is
a
this
lot
nigga
of teams,
saying?
a lot of players can settle just shoot a lot of threes. But once you break that, you're gonna get the defense to react. Now, if
That's a
you
little
get all the way
better.
to the
That's a
rim,
little
that's
better.
cool. But sometimes you can just touch the paint, beginning of the paint, and then you can create something or make it or take an easy shot. I feel like if I pull up in the lane, regardless of laying the ball up, that's a layup to me.
And in that series, you just so happen to be
Katie
shooting
don't
bad
know
on your
ball.
layups.
Bro,
On
what
my
the
what?
fuck?
On what you would consider a layup to you, you were just shooting bad on your layups in that series.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But my career ain't just about one series though.
But the top 5 argument isn't about your career either. It's about this season.
But I mean,
What the fuck?
who in your
Jamal
top five
Crawford is
first
in
of
this bitch.
Right now,
all?
Jokic, Giannis, Curry, Luka, Embiid.
Wow.
Why you choose that five?
Whoa,
That's a great
whoa,
five. I mean, you can't go wrong with any.
whoa, whoa,
There's so
whoa,
many players
whoa,
in this league.
whoa,
Like you
whoa,
can put
whoa.
whole totally different
Embiid is
fives, and
top
be like, all
5.
right,
You're
that's
dumb
cool
if you
too.
don't.
They
If
all
you
play
think
well too.
you're a hater
But
if you
why
don't
that
think so.
five?
That's a fact. Good
I
take, Lo.
think
Good
the
take.
top 3 in particular are consistently relative to like a lot of other players, especially this season, are more available than a lot of other players. I think they tend to translate, or at least they have something that can translate at a very high level in the postseason when teams are specifically scheming against them better than a lot of other people. And I also think that just their impact, regardless of like obviously like Giannis's impact defensively is different from like Jokic
I'm
and
not gonna
vice
lie.
versa.
Anyone who just
But
said Embiid
for
is
example, I
ass,
just think like
like, never
Jokic's
have an
impact
NBA
on the
opinion
offensive side of
again,
the floor and the things
ever
he's
in your
able to
life.
provide really does alter not only what his team can do, but also how the opposing team defends them. And I think the more valuable and the more
Pascal's in here.
consistent you are at that,
Ooh,
especially
what?
trying to alter teams offensively or defensively in
Where?
the postseason, lends to me favoring you higher than one person or the other. But for me personally, I just think that if, in particular to you, if there's a
Where?
noticeable regression from the shot making that you have, especially when you're going up against
Whoa, this
more
nigga's on
physical
his
forwards such
ass,
as
bro.
Aaron Gordon or the year prior, JT and them in Boston, then that's kind of a pause for question. That's why I would hesitate to put you top 5.
I wouldn't. Me being in your top five, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with me not being in your top five. I just want to know what's your criteria. Everybody got different criteria.
That's a fact.
Me being
That's a
top
fact.
10,
That's a fact.
me being
Yeah, you clearly top 10. You're
me
top 10. That's
being
not.
me not being in the top 10. I'm not sitting here like, oh, you're totally wrong about that. I understand. You got your own perspective on the game, but I just wonder what
Who's
everybody
my top
criteria.
5?
I think everybody got different criteria about for why they watch
I
the
don't
game.
have one, bro.
And again, I agree. If their criteria heavily favorite things that
Yo,
you
Jack,
are
welcome back to the agency. Unique, welcome back.
heavily impactful on, then I have no problem with that.
No,
But
I'm not trying to convince you to change your top
oh
five.
no 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 no, I'm not specifically talking about you either. I'm talking about
Okay.
anybody else. If their
Wow.
criteria is
Imagine if they
heavily
become friends
favoring
after
things that
this.
you were highly impactful
Wouldn't that be
on,
such a
then
beautiful
I have
ending?
I have no problem. But if somebody tells me the reason why
Smart move,
somebody else
agent.
can't
Keep
be
the top 5 in the tuck.
top 5 because they missed XYZ amount of games in the regular
Okay.
season, but they end up playing more games than you did in the regular season, well then that doesn't,
KD's
you know what
top
I'm saying,
10.
that
Facts.
criticism
Facts,
doesn't
he's
really
top
add up
10.
because you're criticizing them for a lack of games played, but then overlooking that when it comes to you. And that's where I'm saying the standard seems to be different because how are you
He
criticizing
left.
player A for lack of games played, but KD
Oh,
last
he
year only
went
played
down to
47
listener.
games. That's what
He just
I'm
crashed out, by the way. He probably gonna come back up. Just want to let you know, big dog.
oh my
Hey,
god.
I want
low
to know how
cut,
he like.
bro. Low
I
cut.
really should.
Low cut.
He said too.
I just want to know. I mean,
That nigga cooked. All right. Respect. Respect. Wow, that was a fucking great detour we just took. That was immaculate. Okay, we was in the middle